Hello everyone and welcome to this month's Qubit Network's Not-for-Profit Spotlight. I am here today with my old friend Steve Hobby, who is the CEO of Paladin. Steve, thanks for being here.
Oh, thanks for having me, Ryan.
Absolutely.
It's a pleasure.
So tell us a little bit more about Paladin.
Paladin as an organization is a human service provider, and we provide various services within LaPorte County and Lake County. We provide services to individuals diagnosed with intellectual delays. We help them, we support them in living in the community as independently as possible. We provide some behavioral supports. We help folks get jobs through our employment support services. We do transportation services, and our transportation services are not only for our folks with diagnosis of intellectual delays, but it's also for the seniors of the community of LaPorte County, and it's a non-emergency medical transportation service.
Right.
And it's unique in that it's a door-to-door service, meaning that we actually go to your door, we'll help you out the door and
right.
onto the van to your medical appointment, and then we'll help you back in the door.
Yes.
So, you know,
I've seen your vans floating around.
Yeah, they float around,
yeah.
and you'll see them more and more because we're increasing the number of drivers that we have,
Awesome.
and we are increasing the number of trips that we have.
Yeah.
And we're doing a little bit of an advertising program right now.
Cool.
So you might see, like right now, you'll see a van with IV Tech on one
Yeah,
side and
yeah, yeah.
IBEW on the back
That's
of
awesome.
them.
So one of the things we were talking about before we start airing there is that this is really I initially said cradle to grave, but you corrected me that it's really from conception to grave. So expand on that just a little bit. So you're helping.
We are. In our transportation services, what we do is we provide, currently we're providing transportation to folks, elderly folks, basically. But the Healthcare Foundation, Maria Fruth, has asked us to look into doing more for expecting mothers who can't get to prenatal care.
Right.
So we're expanding that program. So we're helping people get to that prenatal care that they're looking for. Yeah. And so there we're working with that grouping, and then we have the Head Start program of LaPorte County, and we have the Preschool Imagination Station, so the kiddos there.
Yeah, so for those who don't know about Head Start, that's really getting a head start on, for kids that might be a little delayed,
Absolutely.
Right at a very early age.
Yes.
Right? Almost like preschool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they have high risk factors.
Yep.
For whatever their factors are, they feel like that they may be behind going into kindergarten or may be behind in school, and Head Start gets them that jump that they need to go.
And then you have you say your child care.
We have we have the Imagination Station.
Yep.
It's a preschool up in on Cool Springs Avenue.
Yep.
And then we're actually expanding down into LaPorte with our Head Start program. We're going to be at Bethany Church.
Yeah, that's great. So it's interesting to me about how you guys came together as Paladin, right? So talk a little bit about that.
We actually are a collaboration of 4 agencies. We originally, it was Michiana Resources here in Michigan City, and they were primarily a day program provider. And then you had Parents and Friends in LaPorte. They were a residential provider. Well, what happened is Michiana Resources and Parents and Friends started doing, Michiana Resources wanted to do residential programming, Parents and Friends wanted to do the day programming, and then they were competing with each other, so they all came together.
Right.
And then from there, they took on the Arca Northwest, which at the time was with a for-profit company called Dungarvan, who was not really happy with the way the day programming was going, so they were very happy. And then we also, the Child Care Consortium's how we got the Head Start program in the Imagination Station.
Right.
And the interesting story about the 4 agencies coming together is each of them were started by parents and loved ones who wanted more for their children, their adults that weren't getting the services that they wanted.
That's awesome. So
we're basically still fulfilling a mission that was started by those parents who wanted more for their kids.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And you were saying earlier that you have about 250, 260, staff, and probably could use some more. So I mean, it's a fairly substantial organization serving our community all over the place.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, we have 3 buildings such as this is our day program. And we house about 150 people in each of those. And then we have a small program, about 75 people in LaPorte. So that and alone, you think about those numbers, is pretty significant.
And so, you know, and some people here might know that, I have a son who's disabled, right? And so we've participated in some of these. We had Head Start with Jay, and he's our brand ambassador now. So I've been able to see and witness some of these things firsthand. But then just being a member of the community, it's been really, cool to see. I know you have the houses in LaPorte, right, where some people live, and you see your vans floating around all over the place. And even walking in here, I've been here a couple times to see, and you're always greeted with a smile, and just it's really kind of an inspiring thing. So if people want to help, right? What are the avenues for that?
Oh, there are so many.
You could
ways.
always use money.
Yeah, well,
right?
always. I mean, that's a given. But if anybody wants to volunteer, we take on volunteers. If you like to work with kiddos, that we have infants to 5-year-olds at Imagination Station that somebody could volunteer with. Our adults here. We have afters. We have some activities in the community that we do.
Okay.
One of the things that's coming up is we have the Central Indiana Scent Work program coming in, and what that is they train dogs for certain scents.
Oh, really? Okay.
They're going to use our building as a competitive arena for these dogs.
That's cool.
So that's going to be a 2-day event. So if somebody wanted to volunteer and come in and help get people where they would needed to go, that could be an opportunity.
Yeah, so it sounds like there's a lot of volunteering opportunities.
Yes, absolutely.
And if people want to learn more, I'm assuming website, Facebook, all those fun things.
We do have a Facebook page, we have a LinkedIn page, and of course our website at paladin.care.
We'll list those, so I always say in the show notes, right? But it's really just in the description on the YouTube. So, Steve, I appreciate everything you do. You've been doing this a long time, and I've been a friend of mine for a long time, and you're just an inspiration in your willingness and your desire to help people has always been a good attribute from my perspective. So thanks again for the time, and thanks to everybody for watching. And make sure you check out Paladin and see if you can help them.
Absolutely. All right.